Hey, Soul Tribe. So, who starts off with the part two? We do. Let's see. We can also. I see now that they have something new that there's a members only live stream. We'll have to work with that. But Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, the views, subscribes, comments, everything. I appreciate it all. We're going to go ahead and ring the bell. We're going to clear out this energy and we're going to see what the message the Spirit has for us this evening. Seems like something weird is happening. We need to pay attention. We need to pay attention. Something strange is happening. So I also have an announcement that I'd like to make before we even get started. Okay, so you can win an exclusive Sip and See private event, a VIP spot. There's only 5 available. Okay, it's a contest that happens over the course of 5 days, next Monday through next Friday. And to enter is easy. All you do is you have to be an active subscriber to Sweet Spot e-magazine. You have to tune into our live reads each evening from September 15th through the 19th. Uh, Red Violet is going to post a daily question, and you just answer the daily contest question in the live chat. Okay. Each correct answer earns you 1 entry for that day's drawing. And then before the live ends, then Red Violet will, choose a random person and then let me know, and then that's who's going to get that spot. Okay. The winners will be contacted via email within 24 hours of the announcement. So you would need to go ahead and uh, email me or email Red Violet. And I'll make sure that her email address is in the comments. I mean, not in the comments, but in the description box. And then the actual Sip and See event is scheduled for September the 26th, which is on a Friday evening. It starts at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And it's a place, it's just a virtual event. We'll email a cocktail, that you can go ahead and create, and everybody can sip on their cocktail at the same time, or decide what cocktail you want to bring. Or if you want to go herbal, because this is a private uh, link, meeting link. Okay. So other than that, I think Red Violet's going to throw something in the chat about it, but we're going to go ahead and just kind of get started, okay? But seems like something is strange is happening, like somebody doesn't want to get the picture or something. It's like they see something, but it's looks like it's a slow reaction. Or maybe, is this purposely, or is this they just don't see it? Bottom of the deck, walking away. Hey, Addie. Hey, Red Violet. Yeah. Maybe somebody walked away some time ago, but somebody hasn't been able to get over it. Like to see the other side. There's the whole nother side of life. Maybe archangels trying to help this person fight this battle. To help them understand that, there's more to life than what they feel is gone. Someone needs to balance themselves out. What's the message? Yeah. Something about this journey and this family. But it's like it's not the journey that somebody thought, or it's not a happy family situation. It's something about it. It didn't turn out the way that they thought it was going to. And that's because Spirit said that they had a different plan for them. That's why it's not turning out the way that they thought, because Spirit had a different plan. But see, somebody um, got caught up. They got caught up in the crowd of what the crowd was thinking or what people were thinking. Somebody forgot to love, or they forgot to pay attention, or they forgot to do something. But it's like this person is trying to let go of this hostility, because this came in sideways. Someone is trying to let go of some anger, and it has to do with, this whole family life, this whole situation not turning out the way that they thought. Well, first of all, somebody didn't follow their own intuition. They weren't using their third eye. They weren't seeing things as they really were. So this heartbreak that they are experiencing, it's we have to take responsibility for our own actions. If we did something, we own up to it. But now someone is maybe starting to. It's like they still don't want to see. They still don't want to see. But it's something about them needing to close this chapter. Them like needing to close a chapter. It's very important. Something with, I don't know, I'm just seeing like a big field of like wheat blowing in the wind. You know how wheat looks when it's just blowing in the wind? That's what I'm seeing. Something like they should have let this shit go like a long time ago. This shit is just blowing in the wind. Hey Yvette. Hey Shaylin. Yeah, something about this path. You know, somebody feels a certain way about this woman holding the heart. They feel guilty. Someone feels guilty about this because something about this connection. Either they felt tied up, or they did something that now they feel like they can't get away from that. It's something that they're going to have to accept. It's something, whatever it is, it's something that they're going to have to accept that they did. hmm And I feel like this was like a long time ago. They're going to have to accept that dark side. You know, it's like, you know, it's like sleeping with your best friend's wife or husband or something, and you feel guilty about it, like they got divorced and y'all know it's kind of like someone feels guilty. Is it still spinning? Is it spinning? Because it looked like it was unstable for a second. But yeah, okay. Thank you. Yeah, somebody feels guilty. It's like they're unable to let go of something that they're holding on to from a long time ago. From a long time ago. And maybe somebody didn't know which way to go. But it's clear and apparent that they were young at that time. hmm I feel like, and it's funny that this card fell and hit the floor. And when I picked it back up, now it's in reverse. Like somebody was not using their intuition, but now it's almost like somebody, they they feel like there's some type of, I feel like somebody is having to come up with a plan. It's almost like they feel like they have to come up with a plan to try and combat combat some of this karma that's coming to them, because this person knows that it's time for this to heal. They know that the only way out of this is to heal. But for some reason, someone still feels like they're in control. Like they got something coming because they rule it. But they're not running nothing except their mouth. You know? It's almost like somebody can I kind of get like they are remembering maybe how good they had it with somebody, how good someone was to them, or something someone is remembering, or confirmation they're remembering how good someone had it, how they had it, you know but yet at the same time, even though they had it so good with this person, they couldn't do it on their own. And not only could they not do it on their own, when it's like, especially if it was a husband, if it was the wife that had the money, she controlled the finances, she's the one that said yes to this, no to that. It was her. So someone feels like they're tied to this person, that they don't have an ultimatum or don't have a choice, but yet at the same time, they're envious of this person. It's like they want to do something to this person, one of those things, like somebody's afraid to speak up. They can't say anything that they really want to say because they don't have a leg to stand on. I'm getting the energy of a housewife just being, but it's not a housewife, it's like a house husband, or a husband that he might work, or he's got a job, but she's the one that has the money. It's just somebody who always thought about leaving, who always thought about doing wrong, who always thought about just dropping it, who always thought about taking the money and running, who always thought about that shit, but somebody never did. They were too scared, but they thought about it. So now somebody is like almost, somebody, they're having to look at their opposite side, the alter ego side, their dark side, both sides, and they're going to have to appreciate who they are, both sides of them. That dark side that wanted somebody to be harmed, and then the light side. But somebody needs to connect with spirit so that they can connect with themselves. What's the message, spirit? Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, somebody's trying to hold it in because they was left or something, but or you know, It's almost like somebody's trying to hold something in because either they walked away, they left, but they left and they weren't following their intuition. And now it's like it caused this whole storm in their life, you know. Instead of somebody feeling like they could do it, they were confident enough, they got this, they cowered, they chickened out, they felt timid, they walked away. And now it's this whole shit show happening. Just whole shit show happening. Instead of this person being appreciative of where they were at and what they had, like I said, somebody was envious. Somebody was in their lowest vibrational energy. Somebody was filled with hatred. And it's only because they had this fear that they were not in control. This is somebody who was afraid to speak up. This is somebody who was afraid to take the initiative, but at the same time, they had this, were trying to think of these secret plans to possibly do somebody wrong. That shit that just don't make sense. And now that they're being hit with karma and they're trying to figure out a way out, there's only one way out: to heal. That's it. That's it. Hey, J Mike, how are you? Hey, Vita, how are you? Shaylin, Yvette, Red Violet, Addie's back in the house. Yay. Who starts off with the part two? We do. Yeah, it's like somebody they're kind of afraid to find out what's on the other side. And it's not so much the other side of them. They're afraid to find out what's on the other side of them. Not so much of how they're feeling, but connecting spiritually. Because this person thought it was all truly about what you could see, what you could touch. It was all smoke and mirrors. And this person had this plan of how they was going to trick the system. How they was going to trick the system. But you ain't tricking nothing. Hey, behaving. Yeah. What's the message? You're showing somebody. Okay? You're showing them that yes, you have to open up that heart chakra so you can have both sides. Be in perfect balance with your spiritual side and your physical side. Perfect balance. That's where the door to value comes in, but that's where somebody is afraid. Because they feel like if they do that internal work, for some reason, this person is a big chicken. They feel like that means that they're gonna realize what they need, and that's gonna be you. That's when this person realizes that you balance them out. That's when this person realizes that you help them to open up their crown chakra and their throat chakra. This is when the angel of love comes in and guides this person, actually takes this person to the water so they can drink. See, this person, they're so scared they think it's too good to be true. Hey, Lamont, that's why they're afraid to go through that gate. They think it's too good to be true. They feel like the spirit is just a hoax. They want to go through that door, to go through the door of the spirit, but they feel like it's just a hoax, like it's all like somebody just bigged it up. Well, the reason we bigged God up is because God is real. That's why so many people pray. That's why so many people say, I'm going to pray for you. Duh. Because God is real. See, this person, they thought that they was just so smart, like they knew everything they needed to know about the heart, the love, how it was open, if it was closed, and this, that, and the other. This person is understanding. No, there's a whole lot that they didn't know. That the company that they was keeping them stuck, undecided. The shit that they was appreciating was the shit that could be taken away at any day. Okay? So they're finally realizing the shit that they was attached to was some menial shit. Here today, gone tomorrow. Hey, Queen J, how are you? I'm well, Lamont. Let me see what you said. What? Okay. Really? Mm-mm. What? Something is happening to somebody. Love is coming in for somebody quickly. And I'm telling you, the door of the spirit is talking to somebody. Spirit is letting somebody know because of their hesitation, they're about to miss out. They're about to miss out. This person thinks that they can just walk through the door and trick you, but they can't. They act like they're acting like they can act like, they feel it. No, you cannot trick like when you feel God, the Holy Spirit. You can't trick that. You can talk a good game, but you can't trick it. This is where somebody's not happy with their home life, their happy life, because that shit is upside down. They thought they was going to be able to do something. Well, whatever you thought that you was going to be able to do, you're not doing it. Bottom of the deck, the ace of coins. Yeah, it's like somebody, they want this solid new beginning, but there's some healing that they need to take care of. There's some things that they need to let go of. I'm telling you, it's like they're getting this message. They're getting the message loud and clear. It's the same message that somebody else had been telling them a long time ago. A long time ago. But you know what? They thought this person was lying. They thought this person was lying. That's why they didn't do nothing. They thought this person was lying, talking about what God this and God that, pray here and pray there, thank God, whenever you open up your eyes for you. But, they thought this person was just talking out the side of their neck. That's why they didn't listen to this person. That's why they didn't choose this person. That's why they disregarded somebody. And this is what's being called to light. This is what's being shown. This is what somebody's being made to understand. But they chose not to understand. So now this person has no choice except to go in and understand it all. And they cannot come out until they got it all down, until they understand what the hell is going on. Now somebody, until they understand why you are, maybe you're not dealing with them, you had to protect yourself against them because they didn't even understand what the fuck they was doing. They thought they was just saying words. No, what you're doing is they were creating spells. This person never looked at it like that. Never looked at it like they were creating spells instead of just saying words. Mm-hmm. Now this person is looking at themselves, and at first they looked at themselves like they was just all of that. But now they're actually looking at themselves like they was an asshole. They don't feel so good about themselves now. Because now they're seeing all those words that they said to you, about you, behind your back, created all those spells that happened to you, about you, behind your back, until you woke up and understood and returned all that shit to them that was said about you behind your back. Now somebody's understanding those words have serious consequences, because that shit can come right back on you like it ain't nobody's business. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're like, damn, I thought that those were just words. No. You was creating a spell. You was casting spells. You was acting like a warlock, a witch, a wizard. That's why they're understanding about their journey in these words. Now someone understands the importance of, speaking life, speaking positive action into someone. Now someone understands why you made the decision to be alone without them. Because this person was so immature, insecure, would say flippant shit, didn't even know what the fuck they was talking about, would say the no worse shit. Even though this could have been one of your kids, somebody in your family member, your family that you know forever. This could have been something like that. But like I said, this person had no idea what they were doing. They just knew that they was talking about you behind your back. They just knew that they was putting you down. They just knew that they was degrading you, but they didn't realize this is that realization. That everything that they was trying to put on you, to give to you, you blocked that shit. Then they realized that shit had to go back to somewhere. Because you blocked it. Mm-hmm. Maybe it hit this person because it had to go back somewhere. It wasn't going to you. That's all we know. What's the message? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's karma. That's karmic justice. And somebody, they was just saying all this flipping shit about you, but it went back on them. And it's like maybe both of them was saying some shit. They both can't make this up. They both know they got some shit coming. You know, they both was out here just spreading gossip, saying some shit. What's the message, Spirit? Mm-hmm. And they didn't know that you knew. They didn't know you knew. Yeah. Yep. Somebody was casting spells against you. And now they realize this shit and they want to be sad because they know somebody's sitting there thinking about, oh shit, what's getting ready to happen to this person? What's getting ready to happen? You know, because they know it's not looking too good for them because they was planning some shit for you. What's the message? Yes, indeed. I feel like somebody was trying to get you to have like a heart attack or something. Mm-hmm. But something about now this person understands how you know, now they want to speak life into this home, this relationship, this household. Yep. Because they see that you are still single, self-sufficient, independent. That you were able to heal past all of these rumors, these lies, everything that was somebody was out to do to you. Not only that, but you're protected, and now this person, they're watching you. You are protected. This person is watching you, and they don't understand how you can be so protected. Something is going on with this King of Wands. Something is going on with this King of Wands, and somebody is really upset about this person's health. I feel. You know, whether it's psychological health, whether it's their heart, whether it's, you know, they're in depression or something. Yeah. Because it's like somebody was trying to cause some type of problems and wouldn't leave some shit alone. You know, now they going within and finding out that they should have not tried to go against you because all they did was cause themselves a whole bunch of bullshit. You know? This person thought they was getting ready to get their wish fulfillment and take your spot. Like they're going to bump you out the spot. No. Now this young person is seeing they cannot make it without you. I can't live without you. I don't know the words. I can't breathe without you. I don't know the words. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Something about with yeah, I feel like this. I feel like, and this is standing. This is going to be just standing like this. Whatever this person did, you know, that shit is just going to be standing. This person, they did something and they created something that caused you to be like, okay, I'm good. I'm good. You know, and now it's like this person can understand and they see how they caused, you know, uh the whatever's going on because of their lives, because of them. So yeah. Then they're wondering, you know, if you're gonna just be blocked off forever. Or you're gonna ever, you know, let your guard down. Yeah, they wonder if you're ever gonna let your guard down. Or you're gonna be blocked off forever. Mm-hmm. Because they know that they ruined this relationship. They ruined it, not you. Yeah, And then they got nerve to be sad about it. Shit that you knew what you was doing whenever you was doing it. You knew the shit you was doing when you was doing it, because if it would have turned out the way you thought, the way you hoped, the way you would envisioned, you wouldn't have wanted nobody to come in and save your ass. So just because it didn't turn out that way, don't try and get nobody to come in and save your ass. Okay? Yeah. Somebody upset because you told them go themselves. You know what I'm saying? What's the message? Mm. Yeah, you made a judgment call for sure. And you was like, you standing in your power when you made that sucker. You told that person, you know what, you go right on ahead, you be that fool. Let me know how shit turns out for you. Let me know how it work out for you. You already knew what this person was doing. And you already knew that this person, all they did was create a generational curse against themselves. They forgot. They got somebody that they love too. Now this person wants some healing because they don't want all this karma to come back on them. They thinking about, shit, I gotta try and do something to balance this shit out with this person. I gotta get with this lady because I need to balance some shit out. Because the shit that I did, shit, I'm lucky I don't just start burning on fire as I walk down the fucking street. Because this person here, I'm telling you, this one was like turned into the darkest of the darkest of the darkest warlocks. I'm telling you. Now this motherfucker is sitting here worrying about how ugly they were. This was the absolute worst of the worst. I'm talking like after this person would purposely do you wrong, they would go home or to their room or wherever they was at and polish their little horns, their little devil horns, polish that tail and shit. I mean, they was bad. They was bad, bad, bad. Now somebody wanna come in, they wanna apologize for these actions, and they wondering if you gonna be defensive. You not only you gonna be defensive, you gonna be like, you know what, we ain't got shit to talk about. We really ain't got shit to say. You know, this person wondering if there's a shot in hell. I don't know. Go on down there and check it out. Because see, they thought that they was just going to be able to work with this person. Everything was going to work out right. Only to find out, they found out somebody didn't have this, what they had said that they had had. See, now somebody want to be healing for all that backstabbing. They backstabbed you. You got the boat. You was gone. Now they want to run the pity party. They want to heal it. Because their little plan, their little scheme, who they tried to work with did not work out. And somebody that saw them do some shit, now they got them at arm's length too. They're like, I don't even want to, like they was doing some shit in front of they cousin or something. Now their cousin was like, oh fuck that, I don't even want to be bothered with you. Who knew you got down like that? You know? And now somebody trying to fight depression, trying to fight like they ain't sad. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Because this person can't stop thinking about what they did, what the fuck they did, why the fuck they did it, why the fuck they didn't see what they was getting ready to get themselves caught up in that they cannot get themselves out of. All because they wanted to sit here and somebody was like, hey, let me show you this cute trick. I'm going to tell you how to cast spells and cast aspersions over somebody. Somebody said, are you sure? They said, try it out. They tried it. They thought it was their own little secret. Nobody would ever find out. And they was doing this against their mama. And they would say this shit and nothing, and some was, and next thing you know, somebody caught on. Somebody caught on. Now somebody's feeling out in the cold. That same one that little trick was cute and funny. That's the same one that's out in the cold. And don't nobody want to be around this old rascal, because they don't know what this motherfucker's planning. They don't know what this person is doing. They feel like, no, they don't believe shit that this person got to say, because this person was trying to make it seem like they was the victim whenever you was the victim. Now they want to seem like they the victor whenever you're the victor. They don't believe this person. They know that this person was a hidden enemy. Now they looking to have somebody help them. That's what they need. They're looking for any and every help that they can get. And that shit is not coming, because spirit wants them to remember you. Remember this? You remember this person, don't you? Sure you do. Spirit wants that person to remember all of those tricks that they played on somebody that they should have been holding in high honor, high regard. How somebody tried to end you and your livelihood. They wanted you to be homeless. They didn't want you to be able to afford nothing. You know, they was even practicing in a coven with a witch. Okay? But they did all this shit. Spirit allowed them to build up all this karma for them. And once they got to where they could not get another slither of karma in that karma container, that's when Spirit told you to walk away. And that's exactly what the fuck you did. And left that person all up in that karma that they created. Now this person is stuck like Chuck. Can't do shit. Can't even really say what the fuck. Because ain't nobody listening. Ain't nobody listening, because they know that this person did this to themselves every time they misspoke about you. That's what they were doing. Whenever this person should have been thankful for you, because, honey, you's an earth angel. You was doing shit for them that nobody else even thought or would offer or would even volunteer or would even agree to fucking do. You was the only one to show this person what it was to have a family. So this is why somebody, like, they having a problem accepting some shit. They having a problem accepting the shit that they did, the shit that they caused, created, the shit that made you walk away. And now they're so brokenhearted, but don't nobody want to hear that shit. Don't nobody want to hear that shit at all. Because they're like, you knew what you was doing when you was doing the shit. You was sneaking around doing the shit. Everybody that they worked with and whoever they worked with, it all blew up in their face. Everything, all of it blew up in their face. Even with their own child, it all blew up in their face. They sitting here thinking, what the fuck was I thinking when I was decided to work with this, and whether it was, and then it's immediately, whether you working at a company doing some underhanded shit, and then all of a sudden shit, gets busted, if the company goes belly up, or you decided that you was going to work on the wrong damn team, something happened, that shit busted out, And your kid heard about it. So now your kid don't even fucking respect you because you was doing something against this person. Y'all don't even think. Now somebody feel like a fool. As they should. As they should. Mm-hmm. They should feel pretty foolish. Foolish. Because they didn't have to do it. Bottom of the deck. Good old justice. Good old karma. And whenever she step in the door, he, she, mm-hmm. Wow, I feel like somebody's losing their gift. Mm-hmm. Their gift, and also I feel like somebody, yeah, I feel like somebody is losing their gifts, and that's causing them to lose money. It's causing them to make wrong decisions because somebody they didn't follow, they didn't go the way they know they should have. Instead, they allow themselves to go along with fantasy instead of logic. This is why this person is facing confirmation. This is why this person is facing this hardship because they acted like they didn't care. They acted like they didn't see you. They acted like you were nobody. They acted like you were less than. But really, what it was is they were acting out of a space of fear. They were acting, they were afraid to stand alone with you because at that time, someone else was telling them that you were not the gift. But now, after all of this time, go and see something different. They spent all this time in this partnership trying their damnedest to work on not themselves, but a craft. And they were working with this person, this emperor, and they thought that they had a good relationship. They thought that they had the perfect balanced relationship. But eh, they didn't really have a relationship. They just knew that whatever they were doing, they came together to cause somebody else confusion, to play tricks on someone else, to play tricks on someone else's mind. And they wanted to do this with this Queen of Cups. They didn't want this Queen of Cups to move forward. They wanted to stop this Queen of Cups ascent, transition. They wanted to stop this Queen of Cups from being able to close the cycle, you know, and they tried. They did try, but they didn't realize how strong this person was, how much spiritual strength. They didn't realize not only was she a queen, not only did she have a crown, but she also had scars on her face. She was also dirty. She also looked like she could scuff, and she had just finished scuffling. So these people, these two, they tried to create some type of deception, some type of trick. And that's what they did. They thought they was going to trap you, you know, trap this, trap you from being able to make your money, or scare you or something like that. They thought that they was going to be able to stop your gift. But they didn't know you, bitches. They didn't know who the fuck you were, bitches. Ain't nothing gonna hold me down. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Or whatever the words are. But see, courage was your friend. The wheel of fortune was turning in your favor. That's why somebody did not know. They didn't know how passionate you were about this new beginning that you was on. Because you knew that you was the matriarch, Bane. You knew that your ancestors stood behind you, Bane. And you already knew these little magic tricks that they tried to send to you, and you sent them back because Spirit told you to, baby. Now, these same two, they tried to take you out. No, they got a decision to make dealing with this devil. Who's going to be the one to give it up? Because they know that the devil told them, listen, come here. Come closer. I want you in my face when I tell you this. Do not disappoint me. There will be hell, and I mean hell, to pay. So you got a decision to make. Make sure you know what the fuck you doing before you do this. Because if not, I'm coming back for that ass. Now somebody all feeling conflicted and shit. You know? Because somebody, they already know. They feel the, spirit. I mean, the devil really meant what they were saying to them. And they know that, hey, they don't want it to be there. This has successfully connected again. But yeah, they don't want it to be their ass. They don't want it to be their behind. They don't want it to be their cheeks. So that's why somebody is trying to find different ways. What can they do? How can they justify? How can they make this right? What can they? Because they just know something coming back on them. They're not too happy about that. Mm-hmm. What's the message, Spirit? What you say? Listen to the right. Mm-hmm. Something about, let me see, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, you living life. You doing the thing. You aren't worried about nobody or nothing. Trust it. You feel like you got victory. And yes, you're very cautious, when somebody try and come to you or whatever, you do exercise caution, diplomatic, you try and find the way to settle any type of conflict. You don't have a problem settling conflict. You want to. I mean, you know what? And people celebrate you. People like working with you. They really do. Because you know what? They feel like you see both sides of any given situation. And not only are you like angelic, but you also can get down if you have to. You got both sides. And it's like you show both sides. You don't hide anything. You show both sides. This is how you've always been with the Six of Pentacles. Then you're very generous. Very generous. You've always been like that. What's the message? Yeah, like I said, you got victory. Somebody's watching you. I'm telling you, they want to explore. You know, that this person is trying to figure you out. That's all that is. This person is trying to figure you out. And they want to be cautious coming to you. They really do. But somebody's trying to figure you out. And it's like, why would you even try and spend your energy trying to figure somebody else out? The only people that try to figure someone else out is those that are trying to use somebody else, trying to see, how can I use this person? Let me see if I can figure them out. Yeah, somebody they don't know what type of work you've done. They don't know a lot about you, what type of skills you have, who you know, who you don't know. They don't know a lot about you, but they do know that you are shine bright like a diamond and you're very generous. They do know that you're very wise, and they also know you ain't putting up with no bullshit. None. You will end shit quickly. But this person, it's like you bring the sun, and you don't have a problem being very truthful with this person with how you feel. So, yep, this person's looking at you like, damn, they ain't even got a care in the world. Sure the fuck don't. Well, we do. What are we gonna eat? That's the care what we got. What's the message? Yep. And the truth of the matter is, you know what? They would have a lot less cares if they put a little bit more thought into their choices. Because if they put some more thought into their choices, then their money would be right. They wouldn't be in a situation where they're not seeing something that they should see. They're not seeing something that has great, potential or is very stable, because they're afraid of losing something else, something that don't even matter, something that don't nobody even want. You know, it's like they so afraid of somebody coming in and taking their favorite circular saw, so they buy all these special chains and they wrap the circular saw up and chain it to the house and do all this and chain it to the axle on the car. Just put a certain padlock on it and a combination so nobody can get it. Only to find out that somebody came and took their favorite bike. Come on now. Let's make this make sense. You know? But you already knew. Confirmation. You already knew. You already knew that this person was a fool. And they thought that you was a fool. And they thought that they could get you to kind of believe anything. Come on, do this. Oh, it's just a short cliff. Come on, jump off of it. I'll give you some incentive. I'll push you from behind. How about that? Like you're gonna be like, well, how short is short of a cliff? No, no, you already knew. You'd been there, been around the block. Okay, you've been around the block, all that other stuff. And you knew when to call judgment, when some shit was gonna work and when some shit was not gonna work. You knew this shit was not going to work. So you was like, tell you what, I'm going to end this shit right here. Because this seems like it's some type of, with the 10 of swords and the 10 of cups, this some type of, you want somebody to believe this is true love whenever you really trying to fuck them up. I can't make this up. You want somebody to believe this is true love when you really trying to fuck them up. No. No, I'm good. I'm good. Someone said I see the truth and I'd be better off alone. More balanced by myself. Because somebody been through that before. Spirit had already tapped them on their shoulder and said, "You know who you talking to? You know who that person is." Yep. Spirit said, "I didn't send you down here to fall in love. I sent you down here to take care of a job. That's why you was there here for that decision. That's why you're gonna make that decision to no bounce, so the justice and karma can bounce on for that person." Yes, and it's gonna be something tough. I'm telling you, this person is gonna need fortitude. They're gonna need strength, and they're gonna need courage to get through this shit. Because this some shit that they should not have done. But they thought that they was gonna be funny. I'm not sure if they're laughing, but I can guarantee it's not really funny. Hey K Hyphy 214, how are you? What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. Yep. Something about giving and receiving. Maybe this person was trying to, I feel like this person was trying to take from you. This person was trying to cause conflict in your life. And they were trying to take something from you. But it's coming back. It's coming back. Yeah, somebody, they act like they don't want to, they act like they can't believe it, but they believe it. They don't want to believe it, but I feel like it's becoming very clear and apparent. Yes, they know why. Because they should have took caution when they were trying to instigate and aggravate you. They was trying to fuck with a queen of cups for no damn reason. For no fucking reason. This is why this person has this with the ace of swords and the four of cups. Yeah, this person knows why the shit is about to happen. When God was telling them, leave that woman alone. Leave that woman alone. This person said no. They made a decision to continue to fuck with you in your nurturing side. Yep. So now this little fantasy, they're confused. They confused, but they should not be. They should not be. This little fantasy, if they could stab you in your back, they found out that was just a fantasy. So, y'all, I'm gonna leave it right there. I am getting ready to get something to eat, and yes, like Red Violet said, if you'd like to attend a virtual event or sip and see, all the information is at the top. And let me see. Oh man. Oh, I'm gonna edit it and put the information in the description box as well. Okay, for those that maybe can't see the comments or something. But all right, thank you so very much. I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. And good night. Bye now.